Bitcoin is currently at a critical juncture here on the weekly charts, which is what I want to dive into because the weekly has just closed and it's been a very fantastic week here for Bitcoin. If we just zoom in a little bit here, we can see another big, strong green candle coming in last week for Bitcoin. That, of course, after our epic green candle the week before that. This one a little bit more restrained, but still showing some nice follow through in the market here. A little bit less volume coming in last week, but you have to keep that volume in a bit of perspective here because that volume, this candle right here from last week, is still one of the biggest volume days we've had in a very long time in terms of green candles. Definitely a long time since we had volume that actually beat that. We have to go all the way back to January 2021. So yeah, we've had some red candles on major sell-off weeks that have had much higher volume, including our likely capitulation candle here in early November, which is like the big one, right? But what is very, very interesting for me to be looking at right now on this weekly chart, two things. First, the yellow line here. Now the yellow line, this is showing us closing that weekly candle above a key area of price resistance. So this was the price resistance the week before the FTX collapse, right? Bitcoin got up to $21,500. We saw the week afterwards, of course, the price dropping from $21,000 down to $15,500 as the FTX collapse caused panic and fear and capitulation in the market. Now, closing above that candle, that actually is giving us some very interesting fuel here in the market. Could we be seeing the potential start of a series of rising peaks in the market, right? So we've had lower peaks coming all through 2022, right? Lower peak, lower peak, lower peak before we finally got our capitulation. Could we start putting in higher peak, higher peak, higher peak, higher peak on a road up to what I think could be the top for the bear market rally at 48K, which would line up with previous cycles, bear market, pre-Bitcoin halving rallies. I also want to point out this very interesting trend line right here. So if we put this here, you can see for basically a while now, Bitcoin has been forming up this falling wedge structure. Now that is a bullish chart pattern, although within that there is a lot of room for price variation. For example, if we were to come back down and test the bottom end of that, that would be down around the $12,500 mark if that were to happen. And hey, we are far from out of the woods when it comes to the recession and all the other craziness happening in markets. But currently we are trying to close above that. If we look at this here, we can see we have had this breakout moment coming in for the charts here where we could be seeing a real trend reversal starting to form up. And again, based on my thesis that we are seeing a big bear market rally here that could take us up to some beautiful price levels, but not going to bring in a new all-time high in 2023. 2024, maybe we see an all-time high near the end of the year. I would love to be proven wrong on that. This is just my theory, mind you, right? But right now, we are facing a very potential breakout moment from this downtrend line right here. So we have closed a weekly candle basically just on that, of course, depending on how you want to draw your line there, but we are closing that weekly candle just right on top of that there. And our new weekly candle is opening up, well, in the green for the moment. I think this weekly candle, the one that we are in right now, so we'll update you, of course, next week on how this has all turned out, but I think this is going to be a very, very important one. If we get a big fat red candle, then basically that is a rejection of the breakout on this downtrend line, right? If we can get a nice green candle, maybe brings us up to, you know, this $24,500 or this $25,000 zone, that then becomes very, very interesting. And of course, that brings us to come up and challenge the 200-week simple moving average, which is a very, very key line here for Bitcoin to cross back over. Now, me personally, I'm continuing my weekly Bitcoin purchases. I have been for a while now, right? Every week, buy a little more Bitcoin, especially while trading under this 200-week simple moving average has been, of course, a nice time to be adding to the long-term stack. Altcoins, for me, I'm still looking at opportunities. I've got a couple bids in on a few coins like Rose and Curve Finance, right? If we do get a nice correction, those bids might fill, but I'm patient. I have plenty of altcoins packed in the bag. No need to rush here. But I think that is the key area to be looking at right now. We're at a very key juncture price-wise for the cryptocurrency markets, where we want to see continuation now. We want to see a third green candle come in here this week. We want to see a challenge and a crossing of the 200-week simple moving average. That will be the real indicator that, yes, this bear market rally can really have some legs to push the price a lot higher than a lot of people are expecting in the coming months. However, we need to keep that very close eye on what this weekly candle does. Are we going to come up here for the test? Maybe we come back down for a retest here before bouncing back up, but we want to ideally stay above this trend line right here and not close significantly below this right here where we have just put in that weekly candle breakout. So we shall see what plays up during this week, but definitely encouraging signs to be seeing in the cryptocurrency market right now. By the way, if you're a cryptocurrency trader and you get yourself an account over on Bybit, it is the best exchange for trading crypto. 0 fees for spot market trading, which is totally awesome. Some of the best futures markets in the business. Use that link down below and join over 10 million traders, and you can also get up to $30,000 in deposit bonuses. So check it out if you are a trader. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe now. See you next time.